first started improvising, one of the biggest difficulties I had was losing my orientation rhythmically. Often I found myself playing the same rhythms over and over. And today I want to share the first 7 steps that helped me overcome this issue. I hope they can help you too. We'll be learning a kind of rhythmic vocabulary that we can just use like words in a language. The first exercise is similar to the one from the last episode of this series. But now we'll use our foot to feel the beat in our body. Rhythm is a physical sensation. We typically dance to the rhythm, not to the melody. The foot is a training tool for getting it into our body. For this first exercise, we play all downstrokes. The symbol for a downstroke looks like this. We'll tap the beat with our foot to keep time and count aloud. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the first beat, we'll play this bass note, or a little bit more advanced, this accord shape. On beats 2, 3 and 4 we will play notes from this pentatonic scale. Now we don't play all the beats. We just make the strumming motion but don't touch the string. If we don't touch it, it's written in parentheses. So it would look like this. You can make the movement bigger in the beginning and later you just hint at it more or less. For example, we don't play the second beat, so we'll only play on beats 1, 3 and 4. And on beat 2 we only make the strumming motion without hitting the string. Here are a few more variations you can try out. Now let's try strumming from both up and down. The upstrokes look like this. This is an upstroke and a downstroke. We'll use the same exercise as before, but this time with 8 notes. And we count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and our foot will tap on the beats with the numbers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On the first beat we'll play the chord tone, on the remaining 7 we'll improvise using the pentatonic scale. Now let's move on to play more complex rhythmic patterns. We'll start by skipping some of the 8 notes in our strumming. Just strum it in the air. First we'll play a quarter note followed by 2 8 notes. Play twice. The next rhythms contain a syncopation, which we'll discuss in more detail in one of the upcoming videos. We'll practice these rhythms mechanically at first, but eventually we want to internalize them so that we can use them freely, like words in a language. So it's important to speak them out loud and feel the rhythm as an expression. Ba ba da da, ba ba da da, ba ba da da, ba 2 3 4. 2 3 4. Now we can combine these variations differently within one bar. One of these basic rhythms is half of a bar long, so 2 are a bar long, or the time we count from 1, 2, 3, 4. We do now one of the many variations as an example. You can practice how many you like. Now that we practice different rhythmic patterns with quarter notes and eighth notes separately, let's combine them. So one of the many combinations could be remember to practice these patterns slowly and mechanically at first, and then get it into your system, into your body, and feel it. The up and down movement of the right hand and the foot are just a practicing tool. Later you can decide if you want to use it in your technique generally or just in the right situation. Today we will playing this chord progression. If you look at the bigger picture, we'll see that we have 4 measures of the root chords, followed by 2 measures where we build up tension before landing back to the root chord. To play the A minor chord, we use this minor chord shape in the 5th fret. To play the E minor, we play in the 12th fret. To play D minor, we play in the 10th fret. Always play the corresponding pentatonic scale starting from the root note of each chord. So we move everything up and down the fingerboard. So 5, E minor, 12, D minor, 10. Now let's take one of the rhythms we learned earlier and apply it to the chord progression. I decided for this one. We'll play a rhythmic pattern over the first measure and answer it with a different pattern in the second measure. Think of it as a conversation with clearly formulated ideas going back and forth. By practicing these exercises, you can develop a better sense of rhythm and improve your ability to creatively improvise. And hopefully, most importantly, you can have fun and stay creative. This was part 2 of how to play alone and improvise. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and watch the next video to delve deeper into the first steps. Part 3 will be about blues and triplets. Here is a preview.